some people love being surrounded by people, bouncing ideas off each other, being involved in lots of quick conversations, throwing ideas out there, having an audience, and they thrive in those conditions. So when we saw the move towards classrooms that had the tables of 6 students, you saw some students love that. But at the same time, that meant those students who perhaps prefer to go and sit quietly on their own outside and think for 10 minutes before coming back with an idea were suffering. So it was, how can we create environments where all of those different personality types and traits are catered for. So in the classroom, we've got sofas, we've got high seating, we use the outside space, we've got a snook in the corner here, which means that students can tuck themselves away in there if they want to. So the first thing is we create those different environments. So if a student comes in and is feeling stressed, they can sit on the sofa and you see them visibly start to relax. Some students come in and are too relaxed, so they know to go and use the stool and sit themselves up, get some oxygen to the brain, use their core muscles. So the first step is create the environment where that's possible. The second step is then educating and discussing that with students. So at the start of any task and the start of every lesson, we have that conversation. How are you feeling today? Who would you like to work with? How would you like to work? How would you like to communicate what you're learning? So once the environment's in place, by having those conversations, it's amazing how students take control and take responsibility for their own learning and their learning environment. So when those two things start happening, you're not just teaching the content of your subject, but students are really learning how to learn and how to manage their day.
Really love coming into this room. It's a bit like Lego. It's all kind of mix and match, and you can always sit somewhere different. You can do something different. And it's really dynamic.
So what's really nice about the classroom is that it allows the students themselves to decide what sort of learning mood they're in.
No matter what your learning style is, the classroom helps you with it. It works with you.
We are all different. We've all got our different attributes, and each one of those is marvellous in itself and means that we all have something unique to offer. And if that's the case, let's allow us to find the environment in which those skills, those attributes flourish, and then people are going to feel empowered. They're going to feel that they've got something to offer. They're going to be recognised for all of those different things as opposed to purely a grade on a piece of paper. And people can actually see that they're making a change in the world. There's no reason why in schools all over the country and all over the world you could do this on very minimal budgets, because all you're doing is creating different spaces. And if I look back to the first experiments that I did with this, which was simply having one side of the room with tables of 6 and the other side with rows of seats and some tables turned facing the wall, students immediately gravitated to that. So even taking those very first steps of just having different seating, different numbers of students pulled together, and seating where there's a different level of stimulus, whether that be facing the whole class or turning against the wall, you can quickly start to move in that direction. And I don't feel that we're anywhere near accomplishing what we're setting out to accomplish here. So yes, there's been some progress, and yes, we've got different seating areas. The students can go outside, they've got the snook, all those kind of things, but there's still a lot more that we want to do. So in terms of the colour that we use in the building, in terms of promoting well-being, thinking about perhaps the scent in the room and how that could change things, it feels like the start of a journey where we're just starting to consider all the aspects of the environment and how that could change things.